Well, good evening. Hopefully my audio is working today. I certainly hope so anyway. Yeah, looks like it is. And I think we're live. Yes, we are. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Okay. Today I am going to continue with the automatron and Mr. Automatron. Don't know what to call him yet. The people I'm doing this for, which is actually part of the dirigible for the tour that I'm making for a sim in Second Life, want to call him something kind of silly, like they want to call him something silly like what was it, Captain something or other. Oh, that's interesting. So today or yesterday, last night maybe, Blender version 2.91 was released, and so I've been using the beta for couple of months on and off, but my main version before for nearly all of my work was sort of 2.90.1, which was very stable, and I kind of flitted in and out of version 2.91 beta, and it was always really stable. I pretty much found all of Blender stable. So anyway, I've still got 2.90.1 installed, because I suspect that there'll be things in 2.91 that I haven't quite mastered. Like I've just noticed. Oh, I can go into edit mode. Okay, how come oh, there we go. Okay, I think my keyboard. I suspect that my keyboard is trying to make that a bit smaller. I turned the mirror modify off on here because I did everything I needed to do. I just want to make that a little bit smaller, really. You know, this is not supposed to be anatomically correct, and it isn't. You know, I mean, this is just an object, and I think if anyone knows anything about Second Life, yes, you can do really nice quality stuff in Second Life, but you know, unless you're selling it, what's the point? And the whole idea really is to try and keep it as low land impact or low mesh as possible. So, you know, it's all about making something. I think my keyboard is dying. Okay, I think my keyboard is dying. I can't seem to do anything with this. Ooh, I might have to get a different keyboard. I've been working on this keyboard all day, and it hasn't been a problem. Yeah, I think my shift key is died. Okay, I might have to go and get another keyboard because I can't work without a shift key. No, I certainly can't work without a shift key. Okay, I am gonna have to get a another keyboard because I can't work with this. That's interesting, isn't it? You can work on a keyboard all day long, and then as soon as I try to do some streaming, it screws up. I have another keyboard here. It's a very small keyboard. sometimes wireless keyboard's not a very good idea. Bear with me while I change my keyboard. Technical difficulties off the bat. Okay. I'm guessing this is installing something. We're setting up a USB keyboard. Okay. Here we go. It's working. It's working. It's working. Okay. One thing I've noticed actually about version 2.91 is every version actually of Blender for quite a number of versions now, certainly since version 2.8, they're just getting faster and faster. I mean, it really is fast. Seems to be slower loading, I will say that, but I don't care about that. Once it's running, it's blindingly fast. It's actually pretty neat. So anyway, we're up and running again. So something I wanted to actually kind of share today, really, was I got a special offer email came through for a node. I don't know what the technical term is. I'm not a shading node, and it adds really nice. Actually, why don't I open it? Let me just save this. I want to share this because I do a lot of building in Blender for Second Life for steampunk related props and roleplay sims. And I mean, I build other things as well, but you know, so steampunk is predominantly old. You know, it's like new old with lots of rust and worn parts and things like that. You know, there are some glossy bits and brass and copper and, you know, things like that that will happen, but predominantly steampunk is about, you know, recycled metals with grunge, ambient grunge on them and things. And so one of my favorite Blender creators is called Curtis. Is it Curtis Judd? No, I can't remember his name now. His name's Curtis something. Let me see if I can find what his name is. And I mean, if anyone's interested, I mean, you know, full price for this texture node was $5 plus, because it's on Gumroad. And I just got an email through saying 50% off. And I used the free one before, just to see if it would, you know, what it was like, and it was a very cut down version of the full blown one, and yeah, I was really impressed. Let me see if I can find. I might actually put a link to his video. Curtis Holt, that's it, Curtis Holt, and I shall post a link to his video. And this is the free version for Blender, which is really nice. I would highly recommend that you just buy the full blown, because if you're looking for an ambient grunge node, then this is definitely the thing. So that's a link to the video. And obviously then from there you can go and get the ambient grunge node from Gumroad, on his Gumroad page. But yeah, I'll give a demo of it because I think it's excellent. So we just, you know, doesn't matter what you want to do, we can just add pretty much anything. Okay, so really all you need is some something like that. Let's just do something like that. You'll get the general idea anyway of so if we go let's just scale that down. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy a new keyboard. I don't like this keyboard. Okay, yeah, just as an example, okay, I'm going to highlight this slot and let's just join this together. Okay, we're now going to we're going to take that, bear with me 1 minute. Okay, so basically how this works is you've got a material, we've got a material already on there. Oh, what are we in? We're in cycle. Yeah, we're in cycles and everything. Okay. So we're going to add a material. Go over to UV. Yeah, we've got that, that's fine. So we've got just a very, very simple material on here. We can do something like add a looks shader. And if we add this ambient grunge node, which is this is the full one. Okay. I think we put it in there. I haven't used this very often, you see. You can probably tell. No, there we go. That's it. That's it. That's it. So if we pick a color like, I don't know. Let's pick something like I'm not going to put a fancy texture on here, but you get the general idea. And so with this ambient grunge node, if you zoom in, you can obviously only see it when you're in rendered view, but yeah, and if you switch to Eevee, obviously it's extremely fast. Or does it work in Eevee? No, it doesn't work in Eevee. It only works in cycles. That's right. Yep. I've only used it a couple of times, as I say, and it's and I've only been playing with it. I haven't really made anything with it, and then, you know, that's been in a build. But you kind of get the general idea, and of course this works really, really well with you know, whatever your base color is. It's pretty neat, and it works best. When he first brought it out, it only really worked properly on light colored materials, but now with this new version 2 that he's brought out, it will work on darker colors now. So, you know, I really like it, and it just gives that kind of really nice grunge, and that's just as the node is. And then you can increase the dust level, the color, you know, how much muck you want, you know, the level of muck, you know, that's it's pretty impressive, or you might only want a little bit, you know. But because, as I say, I do a lot of things around steampunk, this node is just brilliant, because up until now I've been playing with the, you know, ambient occlusion and adding noise to the ambient occlusion node in order to get this effect. And of course now with this ambient grunge version 2, you get this, and I think this looks brilliant because it's very random, and you know, you can look at the wear level, and you can bring that down maybe a little bit, and increase the ambient occlusion. Haven't played with any of the inputs here, but I guess you can put various different other things in there. But yeah, I like it. I really like it, and it just completely transforms your builds, especially you know, anything that requires this, which is, as I say, generally most of the steampunk builds that I do will have this in it, and I just think it looks really good. I think it looks very, very good. So that's his ambient grunge node. So if you're into grunge and need a node plugin, I would highly recommend this one. It's good. It's really good. Anyway, yeah, I like it. Adds depth, and especially for steampunk builds, it sort of gives that, you know, dust, dirt kind of thing that collects in corners of metal objects and steam engines, and, you know, fireboxes and just old buildings and things like that, you know. But yeah, so let's go back into our automatron, and I will definitely be using that node on this, because although this chap is going to be the captain of a small tour dirigible, I don't know how you pronounce that. I've never known how you pronounce it. How do you pronounce dirigible? I don't know how you... Oh dear, I'm gonna have to buy another keyboard. I do not like this keyboard at all. It's only an emergency keyboard. No, that's not how you say... Oh, okay. Let's see what they say. Dirigible.
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 Okay, so it's pronounced dirigible. Okay, dirigible. Now I know how to pronounce it. A dirigible. So this is going to be the captain, Captain Brass Pants or Captain Copper Breeches or something along those lines. And he's basically going to be the captain of a dirigible. and I'm pretty pleased with just the way he is. On my previous video, I uploaded him into the dirigible and then placed him, you know, in there. And the only thing I had to really do was kind of twist his sort of arms a little bit. But you know, I mean, no one's going to really notice any of this stuff. As long as he looks the part, that's all that really matters. The only question I've got is whether this body is any good, really. I don't want to make it any more complicated than it really is. That's my only real concern, because no one's really going to care what he looks like. I mean, the character part of him is really just this top bit. The bottom bit doesn't really matter because he's kind of in the boat part of the dirigible, the base, and he's steering the dirigible. So I might put a few texture features on here to make him look, you know, I was sort of thinking maybe a few cogs or an opening an opening in here with some cogs, so that it looks like he's a mechanical automatron type thing. You know, and maybe a vent panel on the back and possibly a brass plate with his name on it, or you know, something along those lines. But I think his main character is the top hat, the monocle, which I will make out of brass, and you know, and the moustache, really. His kind of top hat is at a slight angle, so. But I think that's basically how he is, and then he's got these sort of very simple arms. So yeah, let me get my reference images. Dirigible. So my reference images that I have, kind of, you know, they're very grungy. They're like, there's kind of two reference images that I used as a guideline. I mean, some of these automatrons that I've got for references are pretty much just very brass looking, with the mechanical bits, you know, the elbow and the shoulder bits sort of looking a little bit like a gear, but the rest of it, and then obviously now I've made him look more sort of Robotron-ic looking, so he's not going to be really flesh colored. He's going to, again, I think, just sort of brass. Maybe he should just be pretty much all dirty, grungy brass, you know. Less textures the better, really. So I think overall, I think there should be I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, you know, less than eight textures, I think, for all of this. I think I could very much get away with a texture for the head. Actually, that reminds me, I might need to work on the eyes a little bit and yeah, give him some irises. That's a good idea. That is a very good idea. Don't want to give him pupils. It's like a oh yes, of course he would have that. Yeah. I don't like this keyboard. I don't like this keyboard. Ooh. Oh no, I'm gonna have to get a different keyboard. I'm gonna have to buy a new keyboard. I don't like this keyboard. So yeah, really, he needs to have... Well, actually, to keep it simple, let's not make this overcomplicated. Let's just keep this really simple. Let's just do that. It doesn't really matter. I think as long as, you know, he's got a different... yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. And then I think I'll make him sort of look, you know, slightly to the left or to the right or something, as if he's looking, you know, looking away. I'm assuming it's him. So let's bring that down there like so. Yeah, see, now he's got a little bit more character. I like that. And then his monocle, I will make, obviously this is a lens. I'm kind of bowed it out already, but obviously with a nice sort of texture on there, I'll sort of make it magnified as well. Okay. Okay, so I think what I might do is Let's just work on one thing at a time. I think his top hat should be black. Okay, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this pretty simple. As I say, I don't mess around too much with you know, with making stuff hellishly complicated for Second Life. Okay, so we actually don't have any. Right, so let's add a texture, new, and say this is top hat. Top hat. And I think the texture for this one should be, I mean, top hats are generally black. You know, they're pretty dark. And oh, I don't like this keyboard. Okay, so how, oh no. Maybe it's, oh come on, really? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a new keyboard. I can't work with this keyboard because it's crazy. What is wrong with this keyboard? Let me switch it off. Why is it every time I do a live stream there's something goes wrong technically, and yet I work on my computer all day. I work on it all day, it's never a problem. As soon as I try to stream, you get difficulties. Things don't work. Ah, there we go. It seems to be working again. Right, new texture. Assign, I'm going to call this top hat band, okay, because I think that should be, I don't know, what colour are usually the bands? Yep, we're good. We're good. Always use reference images. Always use reference images. Top hat band color. I think it's silver. Yeah, I think it can be any color really. You know. Yeah, I mean a smart sort of one, I guess, is just like a more. Generally speaking, a proper top hat seems to have similar color to the base, which is obviously black, but you can have pretty much any color you like. Silver, but it's shiny. It's obviously a silk, so we're going to go with a base color that's pretty dark. The top hat, we want the roughness to be up, specular right down. The top hat band we probably need to, yeah, so that's probably pretty good really. Yeah, okay. So the top hat band we probably need it to be kind of shiny. We don't want it to be rough, we want it to be kind of shiny. There we go. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Again, you know, doesn't need to be. I'm not doing this for photorealism or anything along those lines. This is just purely top hat. Top hats can be felt, or sometimes they can be shiny as well. So again, you know, there's kind of a sheen on some top hats, and other top hats are matte. A matte felt, so we might just add a little bit. Yeah, why not? Let's just add a bit of. Okay, that's fine. Maybe the top hat band can be slightly grayer. Yeah, there we go, there we go. That's a nicer. The other thing to remember is that whatever looks, you know, the materials look like in Blender, because of the lighting and whatnot, they don't always look exactly the same. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? That's got top hat, so let's remove that material for a start. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. File, save. It looks pretty good. Let's just go to shading 1 minute, because what I want to do is I'm going to use my new node, which is the okay, that's interesting. Oh, of course, I didn't add that, did I? I haven't appended this node to this particular file because I didn't have it until the other day. So version 2, and if we add the node tree, we want all 3 of these. Boom, we've now got that in. Let's save that file so that we've got it in there. Now we can add the ambient grunge node, and because it's already got a material, I'm just going to add it. Nope. Okay. Yeah, okay. Probably not going to see an awful lot on this, really. Ooh, it's a bit shiny. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Right, so if we select the other material, add the same. Let's hex copy. We want the same base color. V, thank you. Right, so if we select the top hat, there we go. Look at that. You can see some of the grunge. Oh, that's pretty neat. Might need to play around with the muck level. darken this down a bit. You know, the guy's been doing tours for a long time, and I only want a bit, really. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you know, he's been doing a lot of tours, so and it's black, so you're not going to see an awful lot. Might need to lower the dust down and increase the muck level a bit. There we go. That's all we need. That's all we need. A few little scuffs and marks and a bit of dust, and yeah, that's all right. It's just a hat. It's going to look better when so we could do his head next. Actually, I'm going to do his body. I might do his body next because there we go. He's got a bit of grunge on his hat. Yeah, so he would pretty much have grunge down here from. I like it. I do like that node. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. He's outside all the time, so he's gonna get rust and gunge and grime and stuff on his. I think I'm going to join this and this together, because it's kind of, oh no, undo that. Ooh, I didn't add. Classic newbie mistake that is. I'm going to apply that. Okay, so I'm going to join the two of these together, because I think his whole body would be I'm kind of thinking that his body will be made of brass. I think he should be, or do you reckon copper? I could change it, but let's start with brass. I think brass might be a good starting point. So again, I'm not going to do any UV unwrapping or anything along those lines. I just don't really think we need to do that. So we need a new texture. We're going to assign this, and we're going to call it, I'm just going to call it body, because this is going to be his main kind of body, obviously. What I'm thinking is that I bring in maybe a material, actually. I might bring in a kind of a rough. I've got some textures that I might bring in, and I've also got some really nice nodes for textures. Dear oh dear, we've got more. Why? Okay, just having to wait for my computer to load. Ah, it's decided to load. We have some nice textures here. Okay, I don't want them to look rusty. Well, you know what? I tell you what I'm gonna do. I am gonna use a noise. I think what I need is a brass texture. Okay, so we'll add some noise. Let's add a mix node. Let's grab a don't want a shiny one. Would he be shiny, copper or brass? Let's go copper. I quite like copper. Copper looks good on. Don't want him too shiny. So now we need to kind of add some roughness. I don't know whether. Yeah. Okay, he looks like copper, like he's made of copper, which is what we're kind of going for, really. Yeah, he looks like copper. He looks like scratched copper. We want to add some grunge. Oh yeah, I like the grunge. There we go. He's now beginning to look a little bit more rough and ready. Yeah, we want him to look a little... We don't want him to be shiny. Give him some grunge. Okay, there we go. So let's increase. Ooh, of course he's shiny, isn't he? So I suppose he's reflecting. He's reflecting quite a bit of. Might need to bring down the metallic. Nah. I don't want it. Right, there we go. That's probably enough. There we go. We want some roughness. Muck level. Let's increase the muck level. Yeah, that's better. There we go. He's got some. We might bring that. Copper goes green. So let's bring in some. I saw a nice tutorial actually, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it was really about, you know, adding kind of the, when copper oxidizes, it kind of goes this sort of mucky green, and yeah, it might be an idea to put that somewhere there. Okay, I think I'm happy with that really for now. Yeah. Okay, not 100% happy with that at the moment. Detail, let's increase the detail level of the noise and scale of it. Yeah, okay. Prefer that really. Okay, we'll leave him like that. Let's see if I can add some more. A muck mask. What if we put that in there? Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's actually quite a lot. Okay. So maybe, there we go. That's what we're looking for. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, don't want him to look too pristine, but at the same time he doesn't need to look like a rust bucket, but that is perfect. Okay, we got there. That's pretty neat. Yeah, okay, so yeah, because he's made out of copper. I like it. I like it. I like it. Always save. Always save. I like that. I like that. In fact, I like that. I might use this on his monocle. Let's go here. So the outside of his monocle really needs to be... Nah, okay, you're gonna do this, fine. Sometimes I find the selection in Blender is a bit strange sometimes. I don't know why. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. I think my keyboard is playing up. It really is playing up. Okay, let's do it the long way around then. I don't know why. Let's do it the long way. Okay, so we've got that bit which will, I think that'll look really nice, sort of, if you had a copper. Let's assign that to the same as the body. I like it. I like it. Body, assign. Call that glass, deselect. Body, deselect. Select, deselect. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I like that. I like that. I think his monocle in the same kind of brass is pretty neat once we bring it into Second Life. In fact, actually, I think we can use that texture on quite a few things. New material. We're gonna do the same body. Why does that do that? I like that. He's made out of. I think the arms could look a bit. I think if I made the whole lot like that, I think it would look too much. Actually, let's take that off. Let's assign a new material. Okay. I think his arms should be a slightly different material, and it would break up. What I might do is if we go okay, I'm going to go in here because I like this. I'm going to copy that. Ooh. Copy, and then go back to his arms. And paste, because I like this kind of setup. Only we're going to change the color and make it slightly darker. And then I'm going to do the joints. I'm going to change the texture. And I'm going to make the texture actually no. I've got another nice Basha, I think it's called. Vector into vector, yes. This is another look. Actually, do you know what? I like that. I like that for his body. I like that. Copper arms. We're going to call that copper arms. I like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I just check chat. Anyone here? Anyone want to chat? Anyone want to? Nope. Okay. I like this. Right, so the ambient noise, let's increase the dust level a bit on here. Base color. Okay, I like that. Make it look more metallic. I might make his arms, I like that on his joints, and I think that that would break up. I'm going to add another thing. Okay, and let's new slot, and I'm gonna make that body a sign. There we go. Yeah, he kind of looks like a captain. Captain Brass. Captain Brass Pants. I might make his arms slightly darker. I'm going to use his copper arm, the copper bit. I want it to look a bit darker. There we go. Of course, the other thing you need to remember is in Second Life, because there will be, you know, each of these parts will be assigned a texture. You can influence how the texture looks in Second Life by just basically selecting that particular texture and changing its properties. You know, so you can actually make things look a little bit more realistic. So this is why I was saying earlier that although it looks like this in here now, I kind of have a good idea of what it's going to look like, and this brass or copper texture here would look good, I think, with a grey, more grey overlay on there. I think it would look rather good. So I am actually now going to join his neck with, actually, maybe his neck is a little bit too, oh no, okay, that's fine. So I'm going to join yeah, I'm going to join these. Join those. We're going to add a new material slot, and I'm going to call this head, neck. Okay. I'm going to make his head a slightly lighter color. Let's mix it up a bit. I quite like that already, actually. He kind of looks alright. I'm not so sure. I think it will look better in Second Life than it does in here. Knowing how kind of the interaction between Blender and Second Life is. There we go. That's better. That's better. We got a better. Okay, he's got a nice bit of grunge on him there. Let's increase the dust level a little bit. Too much. Base color, we need to drop this down. No, we don't. Okay. Dust color. Yeah. I don't want to give him too much muck, but then again, yeah, he needs to have a bit of weathered look. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I like Yeah, he's got a bit of a weathered look. So, you know, in these crevices and things, he's got a bit of grunge in there. He's got a bit of grime and dirt going on in there. He looks a bit weathered. Nice. I gotta work on these, but this is a start. Does his eyes need to be the same? His eye sockets? I think so. I think it does need to be the same. Yeah. So his eyes can be different. His eye sockets can be the same. I think his moustache can be the same material as his top hat. Yeah, because it's kind of black. Or does he need a green one? No, I think that's good. I think that's good. I think his body is a bit too shiny. I like this. I like this. I think this is. I think maybe the grunge on his top hat's a bit. Well, no. I think it looks good. I think he looks good. I think once it's in Second Life, I think it will. I'm wondering whether his moustache needs to come down a bit. Maybe not. This is kind of his mouth, you know, it's just a representation of his mouth. The monocle will go transparent once it's in Second Life. I think his eyes need to be... Certainly his iris needs to be... Well, I think his eyes need to be slightly different. The iris... I reckon should be black, and I can probably use the same texture for the black. I think his eyes could be just a very slightly different color. Yeah, I think he looks good. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to check my Second Life because I'm actually waiting for somebody to come in world, and nope, they're not there yet. Okay, they might come in later on. How are we doing? Anyone chatting? No one's chatting. Okay. Okay, right, his eyes. What color should his eyes be? Look at my reference. Now, you see in my reference images, his eyeballs are the same color as the face, the head, because he's not human. Okay, yeah, generally speaking, I suppose. Yeah, the eyeballs maybe should be slightly different color. Lighter, I think. A lighter color.